Let me take music off. Okay, I wanted to. If you have the K, okay, I'm plugged in. This is gonna be hard. Keychron K6 Pro, not Q6, because the Q ones are a little bit older and more mature. If you got this one and you said, "Oh, QMK via awesome," it's not as easy as I thought. So I thought I'd throw up a thing of, I don't know, if you're watching this later, it might be integrated, but it was not easy to start remapping keys, especially it has a light bulb key. Like, that's a primary key, and you could throw that under a layer or something, and the layers are awesome. And the whole point is to like have these awesome shortcuts. I set it up so that I don't use home, page up, or page down. So page up takes me to my browser, which is Arc. It's a weird looking browser right now. Home takes me to my terminal. Page down takes me to my notes. So that's awesome. Just hit one key, it goes directly to the thing. I actually did that through Warp, where you can set a hotkey to this little symbol means hyper, which means Command Alt Shift Control 1, which of course I have that mapped to nothing. So then I just had to use via to set the home key to exactly this, to Command Alt Shift. So there's a few tricks. Okay, so first things first. The best docs are on the Keychron site. So if you look up Keychron K6 Pro, right on that page is where you're going to want to download the via accessories, blah blah blah. There we go. So I'm on a Mac. It's especially weird for a Mac. So you can click download via there. Make sure you get the one for white or RGB. And then you're gonna need the JSON file because it's not built into, if you go to the GitHub repo, maybe it'll be there by now, but might not be. If you're running into problems, you probably are in the same situation I am, where you had to get the JSON file. So to get the JSON file, oh wait, this is the JSON file. Sorry. Download via and download the JSON file, right? Okay. So if you're there, then you can open up via. And every time you open it, you're going to have to do this again. So you might as well put it in some place you can find it. First, go to Settings. Activate the Design tab. I had already clicked it. Go into Design. Use the deprecated definitions. Then go... where's my Finder? Go to your Finder, to your downloads, whatever it is. I threw it into my documents. It's going to look something like this. K6 Pro, JSON. Slap that in there. Boom, you got it. Now go back to configure. Boom, your game time. Now be careful, be careful in here, because if you start clicking around on things, it automatically jumps to the next one and you can start overwriting stuff. And I had to deal with that. Like, it's not like other systems where you have to hit save or something. Like, you click it and you click a changed one and that key is now changed on the keyboard. It's like instant. So it's a little tricky. So let me just show a couple other little tricks here. So like I said, this was the light bulb key, but on layer, if it's Windows, you're gonna be on 1, but if it's a Mac, you're gonna be on 2. This is, you know, they map the caps lock key to the toggle. So like, I don't need that to also be it. Also, it's on that layer too. So that's an extra key. So I put the tilde and the tick up there. I wasn't sure if I should put escape there or the tilde, but I program in JavaScript, you need to hit that tick and you need to do tildes for getting to the home directory. And like, I just need this on the main board. I can't have it hiding under like by default, it's under a layer and I'd have to come and hit like one of these. So that's that. I put that one there. I put, okay, oh, this is cool. So you can see, I can hover and you can see these. I put, these are the ones I was talking about for macros. M without anything means macro. MO means a layer. So if I go to my macros here, you can see what I put for macros. This is, okay, so on a Mac, if you want to use the command key in here, you can hit question mark and it'll pop up this thing. but you search command, there's nothing there. Control, yeah, it's not anything. Meta, it's nothing you'd expect. It goes by the Windows name. So option is Alt, and command is this weird Windows key, GUI, LG GUI. So type Win or GUI to get the command key here. And I couldn't figure out how to get it to be so that I could hold the key, because like I could, ideally I'd have one of these that is like the meta key that hits all of those commands at once, and then the key. I also have this, or not meta, hyperkey. There's also this free app called Hyperkey that you can make it set up. I have it set to right command will do the hyperkey, so I also have that. So if I hit, command 1, it does that, 2, it does that. So so you can always go that direction too. Also, that it has the added benefit of you don't have to be using this keyboard. You can just have that on any computer and just remap that. I don't use caps lock, so I set this to control. That way I don't need control, and I can set this to layer 2 because these are a little hard for me to reach sometimes. So I like having that layer 2 thing there. On layer 2, if you're a Vim user, you can set HJKL so that I hold this key and then HJKL are my arrow keys. I also do enjoy having the arrow keys there just for other programs and stuff. The other really cool thing I did, yeah, I talked about that. My other meta keys are for actually Arc. If you are a keyboard shortcut user in a browser, you'll know Command Shift bracket switches between tabs. Command bracket goes forward and backwards in the browser, forward a page, back a page. But there's this thing in, and you might have other programs that have this too, where there's like other things, like this has spaces. And so it's really great. I can set up the keyboard shortcuts for spaces. So I set next space and previous space to Command Alt or Option bracket. And, or yeah, bracket. But that's a little difficult to get to compared to one key and bracket. I have to get both my fingers down on the Command and Option. So in VIA, I did, again, this is my layer 2 key, so that gets me to layer 2, and then I did a macro that does Command Alt bracket. And then macro 4 is Command Alt other bracket. So now I just hold this key and I can boom, 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 switch between my spaces. Really nice, really easy. I still don't know what I'm gonna put on these 3 keys. I want something cool on these 3. This down arrow just means a pass through. So if you hit that with the layer key down, it's gonna pass through to layer 0. So it's gonna be the same. So I could assign these to something different. And I have this nice meta key down here, big fat control meta key. So I'm gonna probably figure out something to assign there. By default in the macro, if you don't put these braces, it'll just put text. So if I like put ASDF here and save that, and then put a macro, say here. Oops, gosh, this thing is weird to navigate. Put macro, what was it, 4? I want to say it was 4. See how it skipped to the next one? So if you keep pressing things, you're just going to start overwriting your stuff. Oh, it's so dangerous. Like immediately that is the thing. So now if I hit that button, nope, that didn't work. It passed through. Hold on. If I hit, was it not working? Okay, that's interesting. Nope. Weird. I don't know what it's doing. Did I mess up M4 or was it M5? Yeah, it was M5. That's why. M5. Okay. So now it just outputs that text. So you got to put the braces around it. I don't actually know if you do. Let me see this. If I do braces around this, will it like actually output those keys? No, I think you have to do the key codes. Yeah, invalid key codes. So that's fine. I don't want this to do anything. Oh no, how do I set it back to pass through? Where oh, here it is, pass through. Okay, cool. All right, so that's how you do that. And after you have it all set up, obviously you can unplug it and switch it back to Bluetooth mode and everything stays. And yeah, I thought that was a little bit challenging, but that's how you do it with VIA. I didn't even try through Keychron K because that looks like some crazy thing where you have to clone some GitHub repo and set up some weird things. I didn't even touch lighting. What is lighting? Cycle in and out. Oh, that's cool. They show all the different ones. Oh, that's cool. All right, whatever. That's all I got. How do I stop recording?